Plug it in and get ready to rock.
Sit your ass down with the hands of the clock.
With Renegade Pineapple so sublime.
Like, comment, subscribe. It's
time! Yeah. Hello! Welcome back to Jenny LeClue Detectivú. We've got the ladder now, so we can go up here, I guess. Why do I have the option to move this rather than just...
So you can get in the gap? Yeah, there's a gap
Where's
at the end.
Oh, is there? Oh, yeah. That wasn't the most obvious thing. What's the point of the ladder then if there's not a gap all the way along? It's not like it's close enough to the books down the bottom. Alright, same thing here.
Yeah.
Once you can see the wheels, I guess that makes it easier. Ooh, a door.
Read plaque.
Rare books. Our most precious collections reside in this temperature-controlled room. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Yeah, we know.
No smoking.
Glatz owns everything.
No smoking around rare books.
Ooh, debris. The fallen remains of a bookcase block Jenny's path. It looks like a bomb went off in here. It's too precarious to climb over, but I could kick it all down.
Hoof!
So, how do I get down then? Is there another way to control the ladders? I mean, it looks like she could just fucking walk around it. Can I... Oh, I can move the ladder from the top.
Yet again, not immediately obvious.
Oh. No further than that.
Ah,
Okay, no, I can't move the ladders from the top. Unless there's a way to move the bookcases. Can I definitely not go in here? It's locked. No problem, I'll just pick it. Jenny was skilled with her lockpick, having watched her mother demonstrate the process countless times. But that was just for fun, at home. This was the real world. Things were scary in the real world. You couldn't just go around picking other people's locks, that was a crime. The great detective knows when to bend the rules.
Or just completely break them.
And the paperclip she has in her pocket, which is that one with the eyes on it from Word, is like, use me to open the lock!
I see you're trying to pick a lock. Would you like help?
Clippy, that's what it was called. Mum always says, lockpicking is a subtle art. Move slowly and search for the sweet, sweet spot.
We could just get a hammer out and just... Dong! Right, it's unlocked.
How am I supposed to know where the sweet spot is? I take it something will show up, or the controller will rumble?
I'd have thought the controller would have vibrated.
I don't know if it can do that via Steam. Oh! Something happened there. Oh. It's just when it twitches. That's one. Oh, is it like a 4-peg system?
Gotta find another sweet spot. Oh, there we go.
Where was that? Have you considered just raking the lock, Jenny? It will break it, but who gives a fuck?
It's not going to be led back to you.
It'll still open. That's the only thing I care about.
And an achievement
myself. Bongo. It must have been a rush of blood that caused Jenny to act so irrationally. Regardless, she had picked the lock and felt strangely exhilarated. What treasures lie behind the door?
Time to steal a car.
Gone in 60 seconds. Oh, it's empty. Still, that book cart could be useful. For clearing up all those fucking books. Is that going to give me enough to just jump over it instead? That other gap must just be so I can get back easier.
Yeah.
Hup! Oh man, she's an athlete!
Knees.
Ah. Something's blocking the ladder. Debris!
I don't know what that is.
Oh. The frame thing, right? No? Oh. Pick up a shiny object. There's something stuck in the track.
I'd laugh if that was the key to that room. Oh.
Oh. Ipsa sentia protestus est. The Dean's ring. No wonder the ladders were malfunctioning. The ring must have caused it to short circuit.
It's a very two-dimensional ring.
Yeah, I was going to say. Zoom. Is there anything on it that's worth zooming over?
Nah.
Don't think there is. I'll keep hold of this and return it to the Dean when I next see him. Definitely alive. Whoa, now! Whoa! An empty library, a fallen bookcase, and now a broken balcony that she somehow hadn't noticed. This mystery has all the hallmarks of foul play. Strong impact. They say words can't hurt you. In this case, I'd be inclined to disagree.
Haha!
Huge force. Solid iron and oak, torn apart like a piece of bread.
And then she sees the Dean on the floor.
Yeah. A corpse. It would have
Missing a ring.
It would have taken some serious force to do this.
What if it's like iRobot where you
Ripped
use like a
in
hologram
half.
to say, please solve my murder.
Something bad happened here. This is feeling more and more like a crime scene. And then Jenny saw it.
Is it a corpse? Was
Yeah.
I right?
I'm pretty sure. The old Dean has been deaned.
Oh, there is a corpse.
Covered in a ripped curtain and surrounded by broken glass. It is a crime scene. She's so excited.
Yes! Murder happened!
Death!
I mean, no, not
Oh no,
murder.
murder.
The one thing that's keeping me employed, even though I'm not getting paid for it.
The one thing I seem to care about. Anything over here? Yeah, there is. But what? There. On the shelves.
Books!
Aha! Another piece of the puzzle. I mean... Oh! Oh, that's why we can just go straight through still. Okay.
Oh, my coccyx.
Yeah, this has totally got to be the Dean, right?
Yeah.
You never forget the first time you see a dead body. I remember mine. It was fucked up, y'all.
Fortunately for her, it's not the first time she saw a dead body.
Fortunately, she wasn't the one who killed him, unlike when I saw my first dead body. I still had blood on that hammer. Still used it, though. I mean, it's good for nails and whatnot. It harrows the mind, terrifies the soul, scars you to your very core.
Hubba de jubba.
Oh, I've got the giblets. A dead body. No way! This is amazing!
This is amazing!
Who lay under that curtain? Who had braved their last breath? Who had shuffled off this mortal coil to meet their maker? It could be anyone. I mean, it could be an escaped lunatic from the asylum, or an axe-wielding maniac on the run from the cops.
Turned out it was Jenny.
It could be me. It could be Mum? Oh no. Genuinely, oh no.
Oh no.
Please, no. Yeah, that's the bad thing about murder is when you realise it could happen to someone you know. No, you never forget the first time you see a dead body.
Oh, please don't be what?
No, it's got to be the Dean. Jenny knew it was wrong to disturb the crime scene. But I have to know who's under there. Slowly, she drew back the heavy cloth.
Please be Skeletor.
Please don't be my mum. Please don't be my mum.
Please don't be her mum.
It's the Dean!
Yeah, called it.
It's bad, but not that bad. Not as bad as if it was her mum.
It's her friend's dad, though. That's
And
pretty
her
bad.
mum's boyfriend, probably. Dean Strasberry. Thank God. Shit.
Ow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Poor Mr. Strasberry. What happened to you? Was this a terrible accident? Or worse? Murder. Her stomach churned.
Then his stomach churned.
Then he let out a little toot. That's what dead bodies do, you know. They evacuate their bowels. Seeing the Dean's lifeless face, his contorted frame, those weird fucking veins, Jenny felt the urge to run, to get as far from this horrific sight as possible. Jenny had longed for an adventure, for a real case to solve.
I didn't expect it to be like this.
She gathered herself, took a deep breath, and began to search for clues. Bow tie! No, weird veins, obviously. He looks like he's been dead for weeks.
Hey.
His skin is pale and colourless. And there's a strange mark on his neck.
That?
The Hawk and the Weasel. The Hawk and the Weasel and other children's stories. It could be important. Then again, it could have just joined the Dean for the ride.
If he's been dead for weeks...
No, he looks like... You know he's not been dead for weeks. You saw him like an hour ago. He just looks like he's been dead for weeks. Taylor heads. Complete history of the Joy Girls. A book about chance. What are the odds that this was an accident? Wordplay.
Very slim.
Wordplay there for you. Sixth Sense by Clairvoyant. Like clairvoyant. It's a book about predicting the future. I suppose it didn't belong to Mrs. Stroudsbury then.
His watch.
Because he did. It smashed. Most likely from the fall. The hand stopped at 3:57 p.m. That gives me a potential time of death. If Jenny had just arrived a few minutes earlier, I might have been able to save him, or also been killed, because you're a child. I don't know what you would have been able to do to save him. Oh, he's got a clump of hair. Oh no, a tag. The Dean's hand was clamped shut around a small object. That's strange. Rigor mortis usually takes hours to set in. Force his hand open. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Mr. Stroudsbury, but this could be a vital clue.
Snaps his hand.
Ooh. Oh.
Who?
Mum's ID card, but that means Julie LeClue had definitely been here. She could be the last person to have seen him alive. She could be the killer. Impossible! My mother's a forensic expert.
Which
She'd
means...
never leave such an incriminating evidence behind. But even the smartest criminals made mistakes. Jenny couldn't deny this looked bad for her mum. If anyone else sees this, they'll jump to conclusions. They'll think that my mum's a murderer, unless a particular thought crossed Jenny's mind.
Framed.
Unless there's nothing to find. Removing evidence from a crime scene was highly unethical. So he's planting evidence to frame an innocent person. She had no proof of that. I have to do something. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
My mum would kill me if she knew I was tampering with evidence. Kill
Well,
me
she
like
is
she
the
did
murderer.
the Dean! But I have to protect her. One more thing. Oh, two more things. Is it his moustache? Or his hand? There are bits of glass and metal debris everywhere. He has burn marks on his hand.
Probably got electrocuted.
Yep. Oh yeah, whenever that happened, maybe he was just holding on to one of the ladders. Nothing to do with your little badge. Oh, he's got a button missing. Is that important? Oh, he had a button missing earlier. In his pockets.
Oh, it could be on his bow tie.
Yeah, I did look over his bow tie first. What about his other hand? No. So on his shoes would be a good indicator. It's telling me to look. Look at what though? There's no sparkly. Why did that come up then? Ah, there. Just wasn't over enough. Oh, come on, it's got to be that. The Dean's planner lay open on today's date. Perhaps I can retrace his steps and create a full timeline of events. So, practice speech, rewrite, water plants and stuff. Julie in the library. Discuss changes. Rewrite intro. Lunch with Keith. I should do it without me. Staff meeting. Campus ceremony speech. Faculty dinner. Bonfire. Retirement. Hooray!
Hooray!
Right, so we've got to pick out all the bits like before. Meet JL. Could that be Mum? What, Julie LeClue? Yeah, probably. Or maybe not. Maybe that's the point of it being like that, is that it seems ominous. Where's Widow's Drop? I've never heard of it. Is that cliff where they throw all the widows off of? Looks like...
It could be that roller coaster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's go on the Widow's Drop. Woo! Looks like he completed all of his chores for the day. I already knew the Dean was meeting Mum here. So where is she now? Fleeing the police? Looks like he cancelled his meetings on Friday and rearranged lunch with Keith. Oh, poor Keith. Jenny didn't know how she would break the news to him. But I should be the one to tell him. Gossip spreads like wildfire in Arthurton.
Hey, did you hear there's going to be a new roller coaster opening up?
Yeah, she breaks it with some good news before the bad. So at least he's like, oh, but at least that roller coaster.
Yeah. At least Widow's Drop will be open.
He sure was working hard on that speech. I'm sad he won't get to deliver it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Widow's Drop.
I think that's all the evidence I'm going to find here. That's what his speech was about. He was just announcing that when he retires, he's going to build a roller coaster. She took one last look at the Dean's lifeless body. I'm sorry, Mr. Strasberry. I promise I'll get to the bottom of this.
What if she's the number one suspect because her fingerprints are all over?
Maybe that just further incriminates her mum because she's left her DNA at the scene. Jenny knew that she would leave. Jenny knew she would leave and call the police. But how often did the case like this come along? Never. There's more to this than meets the eye. The dead Dean. Case of a lifetime, y'all! Some of this evidence must be connected. So she opened her journal to join the dots. Alright, let's put this together. Broken balcony. It's got to go with like the debris, but the burn marks and the electrified. Yeah. I think you're right about that. I think these two go together, and then the broken balcony because he electrocuted himself, then fell off. But somebody must have made it happen for this to be a murder, right? Good drawing. That's perspective. It looks like the Dean was thrown from the balcony when he reached down to pick up his ring, which was stuck in the electrified ladder track. He grabbed the curtain, but it didn't slow him down. He landed on a bed of metal and glass debris. Solved. That was easy. Ah, another case solved. Then she just goes home. The Dean clutching onto Mum's
neck and face. That was unusual.
Faculty ID card. Yeah. As he fell, the Dean's neck is covered in strange purple marks and the skin on his face had shriveled and gone grey. The Dean was laying on top of a copy of The Hawk and the Weasel. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it.
So the mum's ID in the neck and the face. That's probably the weirder thing.
Why though? Just because they're weird things, they're not connected though. We're trying to find connections. Oh, he was supposed to be meeting the mum, but the watch was stopped at a different time from when they were supposed to meet.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. So did he die before she was there or after? I can't remember what time they were supposed to meet. I thought they were supposed to meet at like 1 and no, wasn't it 3? And then his clock is stopped almost an hour after that. But his clock was wrong earlier. So it means, we know that his clock was wrong from the bit earlier where she looked at all of his stuff. It was an hour wrong. So this means his clock stopped 3 minutes before her mum was supposed to meet him.
I do like the drawing that she's done
of him dead, yeah, with the moustache. No? No, that's not it. I'm missing something. I feel like the thing I said was very correct.
Logical.
They were supposed to meet at 3, but he died 3 minutes before he was supposed to meet her.
Try neck and face.
With what?
With Mum's ID card. See what happens.
And the skin of his face is shriveled and gone grey.
Let's see what happens.
The Dean had strange marks on his neck. All the skin around his face is grey and gaunt. I've never seen anything like it before. He's holding my mum's ID card, which makes her a prime suspect. But why would she or anyone want to kill Dean Strasberry? But why are those two things the connected things? My thing was better. And I bet comes into it later on. I just solved it too early.
My thing was right.
But my thing will also be right. Jenny suspected foul play. But what's the motive? That was the wrong voice for him. She had missed something. Had she missed something? I'm all over the place now. Flummoxed.
The watch.
The watch.
You're right.
Exactly. Fuck you. The Dean's watch stopped at 3:57 p.m. When I came into the library, the clock tower rang 4 times. The library only has one exit. And I haven't seen anyone but the Dean since I got here. Which meant, if the Dean was murdered, the killer must still be here. No, because his clock was an hour wrong. That'll come into it later on. He's getting away! And that's it for this episode. Next time we chase a killer and prove that I'm right about the damn clock thing. I know it! Bye!
Bye.
Oh, zounds!
Zounds! We must get to the hot air balloon! To the flying machine! Zounds!